Shenanigans. This is a continuation pertaining to the murder of Liza Fletcher. Sorry about that. My screen went dead. Uh, this is some ratchetness with the family. Uncle has spoken and the woman, Gwendolyn Brown, has spoken. And I'm just going to go ahead and play the commentary because I don't want my screen to go dark. Here we go. Well. Oh. All right, everybody. Let me pause right there. This is the stupidest response pertaining to a dead woman. If you don't have anything sensible to say on a live camera, don't speak. The African-American female at the door, Gwendolyn Brown. What the hell is going on with you? Let's go to what's been said in this commentary. The boss says this is the kind of car he drives, which means the boss has seen him in that terrain more than one time. Okay? Same car on video surveillance, pushing a white woman into a car. Same car parked at an apartment complex, cleaning out blood in the floorboard of the GMC terrain. Same car Cleotha was found in by U.S. Marshals, okay? Let's just go there. But yet, oh my goodness. Sorry about that. This girl is trying to play like she's not the girlfriend. I'm losing my train of thought because this is so ignorant. He's driving your car more than once. So this isn't just a fluke situation of, hey, I loaned Pookie my car, and then he's supposed to come back at a certain time. He said he's going to the store. He said he's going to get cigarettes. This man is obviously driving your car. The car's registered to you. This address is registered to you. He's also listed on this address alongside his mother. So therefore, his mother's address. So therefore, Gwendolyn, you have some type of entanglement with him. Maybe past now since he's been arrested for kidnapping and murder. But you've been dealing with him. He's been staying there. He's used your address. That's how they tracked him. And he's been using your car. His boss knows that he's been using your car. Therefore, why are you on this camera acting stupid? Crust around your mouth. This is insane. Talking a mile a minute. Hey, leave your card. I'll talk to you. All of that. Hopefully the next time you get with this reporter, you will have yourself carried in a more dignified manner than what you got going on. Now, possibly she caught you off guard because you are in the comforts of your own home. You can have on what you want. Look how you want. But what you should have said was, ma'am, I'm indisposed at the moment. I'll be glad to speak with you. Please leave your business card outside the door and I will call you at my earliest convenience. That's it. 9 times out of 10, the lady wouldn't have left. She would have kept asking her questions through the damn door. But Gwendolyn, you look a hot mess. And I'm going to go ahead and say it on this live. I got a funky feeling that possibly you're inebriated. You own something too. That's what all this was about. With Cleotha running around in the city at 4 o'clock in the morning, looking for a victim, looking for somebody to rob, looking for some money so he could probably get high. Because you look like possibly you own something. I said that. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's not no big deal. But you look a hot mess at that door, and you shouldn't have opened the door. As for the uncle, so the old kidnapper don't have anything to do with the new kidnapping. Old habits die hard. Well, he did kidnap the lady. So your soul is unwarranted. And people are talking about that comment, sir. You flat with it, like it's no big deal. So now people are looking at Cleotha like, who the hell did he come from? Who is his family? Now I can only imagine how the mother talks. You just married into the family. You're not even a blood relative. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I was wanting to play something else. Somebody's made a video. I don't know where this is coming from, but here we go. WRAG is the source. Somebody's walking out of a door. Why they're about this burgundy car, I don't know what the hell is going on. But this is obviously surveillance off of an apartment building. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. How about that? Live like Memorex. Thank you for joining me. The source of this information is WREG, News Channel 3. Main source of information for all my news coming out of Memphis, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Dear God, what are we talking about here? See, you can't do anything. There is always an eye in the sky watching. How about that? This is just absolutely ridiculous, this information. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Because sometimes it's best not to talk, not to say anything, not to speak. Because if you don't know how to talk in a dignified manner, it's best to be quiet. And as you see, the reporter found Gwendolyn Brown. Somebody busted out the glass door in the back. Don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's pertaining to the search for him. If he was trying to break in and get in because he couldn't get in, I don't know. Does he even have a key to this address? I would assume he would have a key, considering he had a key to the car that belongs to the owner of the address. Gwendolyn, you need to get yourself together. Cleotha is past tense. He's a done deal. Tar. You might as well forget about that. That rodeo is over. Ship has passed. Sailed. Keep it moving. But you might need to reassess the company you keep. Because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that possibly you two are addicts. And possibly that's what this horrible, horrible crime is about. Cleotha trying to get drugs, get money for drugs. The brother sold fentanyl and heroin, so perhaps that's what he was trying to do, was go to his brother, the cop. I'm going out on a limb saying this, and I got a funky feeling I'm right. I got a real funky feeling that I'm right on this. Because I'm looking at you standing there talking to that lady, and you've got white stuff on your mouth. Why is that? Excessive saliva. And that usually comes from people that are users. Unless you got something else going on in or around your mouth. And I'm sure you do want your automobile back. But that's going to be up to the Memphis Police Department and forensics when they decide to return your car back to you. And frankly, I wouldn't want that damn truck back. I would take it to the nearest used car dealer, auction, Facebook Marketplace, wherever, and sell it. I wouldn't even want it back. Because only God knows, besides the victim and the perpetrator, what happened inside of that SUV on Friday morning. And I don't think you want to ride around in that truck knowing a woman was shoved in there, beat up, assaulted, murdered in your SUV. But then you might be the type that just don't give a damn. Hell, I want my car back. I'd burn that damn car. And I can tell you, after owning the GMC truck, I possibly wouldn't even want another truck. Color, make, model, nothing. Second video shows someone cleaning out a car. I really couldn't see because all I could see was a burgundy car. What they were showing. So I don't know if this car or something has something to do with it, but I didn't see actually the person in a dark SUV. But this video has been given to the news for a reason. Possibly we need to relook at it again. I couldn't tell it was in a dark car, oddly enough. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BigAngie, 129 Cash App. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to try to relook at this nonsense because this is just absolutely ridiculous. This video here. Let me see if I can find the video again. This is bad. This is real, real bad. Memphis will never be the same, definitely after this. Because now people will think no one is safe in Memphis. White people, black people, nobody. They have found the suspect of that crime that they tried to link to Mr. Cleotha. A man has been charged after a woman may be kidnapped outside of Target. This is something that happened recently. His name is Will Hayes. I'm going to play that as well. Let's go back and look at this cleaning of the car, because there's something really strange in this. Oh, now I see the black truck. Okay. The hatch is up in the back. I see now. And he's carrying something out to the truck. I missed that. Let's go back. Look very carefully. The truck pulls in beside the cars. So the suspect is walking. Wow. Now I can see it better. To the back of the SUV. So possibly she was in the back hatch. Maybe the seats were down. Maybe he assaulted her with the seats lying flat in the back of the SUV. Took her to the back of that duplex and assaulted her in the back of the SUV. Dear God. This man is a monster. 20 years incarcerated to end up kidnapping a Caucasian woman and forcing her into a car that did not belong to him. Having his way with her to then murder her and dump her behind a vacant duplex in South Memphis. How in the world does anyone end up in this situation? This is horrific. Not even paying attention that there are cameras on this said building across the street from his brother's apartment. What a fool. What a fool. Let's play this content here.
This man in this picture, 25-year-old Will Hayes, has been charged in that kidnapping and robbery outside of a Target store on Highway 64 last week. Police say a woman was putting her groceries in her car with her baby in the shopping cart when a man pointed a gun at her. She was forced to drive to an ATM to withdraw cash, and then he let the two go. Officers caught up with Hayes today. A second suspect is still on the run. Call Crime Stoppers if you can help.
Please call. He's caught 1 week later. This crime was assumed to be that of Cleotha, Pookie Abston, but it is not. As I read your content yesterday, that photographs had been released to the public of the two men, and obviously they were not the said photographs of Cleotha, Pookie Abston. There were two other African-American men who kidnapped a mother and child outside of Target. Luckily, she was able to get away. I wonder how it was that she was able to get away. Did she take her baby out of the car while getting the money, or was she sitting in the car leaning out of the window to the ATM? How is it she was able to get away from the abductors? What did they need money for? Gee, do you know Cleotha? Yeah, I said that. Is this going to be the new thing now? We kidnap people because we need money. We need money for drugs, this, that, and the other. Is that where this is going? Just going to run up to strangers, women, abduct them, throw them in the cars, jump in their cars, ask them to take us to the ATM, God forbid, sexually assault them, then kill them and dump them outside like trash. Is that where we're going, America? Is that where we're going? Black people in Memphis, Tennessee, and around the globe, you're so grimy you can't go out here and get you a job. This is going to be your new hustle. You said F selling drugs, breaking in houses. I'll just snatch a whole body, make them go to the ATM. And the scary part of the story is if they let you go and take your car, they have your registration inside of your car and know where you live. Ding. So the next time, they can try to push their way into your damn house. How about that? That's why I don't think we should have any identifying information in our car either, because your car can get stolen. And God forbid you find a way to get into your own damn house with all your keys stolen. The robber carjacker may want to double back and play some more funny games at your address and bring a couple friends along. Thank God the mother and child were not harmed, and they have this suspect in custody, and prayers that the other suspect will be apprehended. As for Cleotha, Pookie Abston, there are no words to describe this thing. He's a thing. And he is what's wrong with the world. 9 times out of 10, he probably had a very terrible upbringing. No parents. Nobody cared enough to tell him, hey, you don't need to be out here robbing people, stealing from people. He did 20 years and came out to do the unthinkable. He crossed over from theft to murder. He can't go back now. The only person that can forgive him is God. Man could try, but it won't be enough. Because in the end, he's got to cross over. And that punishment may possibly be worse than whatever the hell he went through on earth and inside of that prison cell. And I got a feeling he wanted to go back, because I watched him in the court proceeding this morning, and he was basically looking around as if he was lost, bored. That's the look he had on his face. What am I doing here? Why am I here? Well, you're in there, sir, because you kidnapped a lady, killed a lady, stole property. That's why you're there. Tomorrow, Cleotha will attend court and be arraigned on the charges of murder and identity theft of property. Perhaps the state will ask for a higher bond than $500,000. I do not know. Cleotha made clear in court this morning that he does not have any money to bond out, and nor does he have money to hire an attorney. So the judge told him he can get a public defender from the public defender's office in Memphis, Tennessee. You see, all that wrangling and around, stealing wallets, credit cards, debit cards, was all for nothing. Whether it was Liza's credit card, debit card that he spent, or some other unwilling participant, all of it landed him back where he started, which is jail. And imagine spending most of your adult life in a prison to only get out 19 or so years later, 20-some years later, and you don't even have the fortitude to try to better yourself. You go back to doing what you did to get yourself in there. And you're out only less than 2 years. I want you all to think about that. 2 years. This man was free. This thing, this empty vessel, this monster walked amongst us, slobbering and lurking around corners and corridors, looking for that one opportunity to lash out. And he found it last Friday morning with Liza Fletcher. You see, you don't know people. All this snickering and grinning we do with people, laughing and talking, sharing our innermost thoughts and secrets with them, having relations with them, entanglements. You don't even know who the hell you're talking to. Who the hell you got sleeping in your bed, eating out your refrigerator, sleeping on your couch, using up your good Wi-Fi and cable. Come on with it, Queen. Using your automobile. Imagine that. Loaning your car to somebody. Don't ask the Queen. She knows all about that. And instead of them going where they're supposed to be going, they're hunting a victim. Think about that for just a second. Hey, you mind if I use your car? I need to go to the store. Hey, you mind if I use your car? I need a way to work. Hey, I'm gonna go over here and hang with Mario for a little while. You don't mind if I use your GMC, do you? Oh, hey, I gotta go out and get some cigarettes. I'll be right back. Is that what you told Gwendolyn Cleotha? I'll be right back. But instead, you were riding around University of Memphis, looking, stalking. You found what you like, did you not? Attractive blonde who was minding her business, and you decided to invade her personal space by abducting her and throwing her into an automobile that didn't even belong to you. How about that? Stealing an entire life for nothing. To leave children and a husband and family to mourn her. And now somebody's got to explain to two itty-bitty spiders why the mother isn't coming home. All because of Cleotha Pookie Abston. How about that? A nobody. You're only somebody in the eyes of God, because when you cross over to kidnapping, sexual assault, murder, theft of persons to commit a heinous crime, there is no coming back from that. There is no therapy. There is no go seek help. It's a wrap. Because 9 times out of 10, you've had these thoughts for a mighty long time. And you probably were a child wanting to exact rage, hate, vengeance on females. And you possibly did. We just don't know about it. And you gave up most of your life, freedom, to sit inside of a prison because you were greedy, kidnapping a man and throwing him in the trunk and picking up your friends to joyride in his Mercedes-Benz back in 2000. And by the grace of God, you had the stupidness to let him go into a store to get the money out of the ATM. God is good. And he told someone in that store, hey, I've been kidnapped. Call the police. That man is no longer alive today. He's an older gentleman now. But at least God let his life be spared to where he could live out a couple of more good years and not end up dead by the hands of Cleotha, Pookie, Abston. But unfortunately, the time in prison wasn't good enough because he got out early and murdered Liza Fletcher. And as I've told the audience earlier, it would not have mattered if Abston had done the entire 24 years. He would have still murdered somebody last Friday. No doubt about it. It may not have been Liza Fletcher, but it would have been another unwilling victim, female, going about her business and being accosted by a madman. Please be aware of your surroundings when you are out. Know all points of entry going into a building. Do not go anywhere that you have not heard of, seen, been. Don't pick up strangers. Don't give anybody rides in your car. Don't offer no damn rides. Don't run at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, nowhere. No walking trails, no tracks, no nothing at 4 o'clock. Because if you are the only one out there, there will be no savior unless you got a mighty, mighty right hook. Don't be an unwilling victim. Be aware of everything around you, your neighbors, company, workers working in your neighborhood, homes, next door neighbors. Be very careful how you talk to people, how you speak, because even a smile can invite trouble. Offering a drink, soda pop, somebody's thirsty. You don't know because you don't know the minds of people. And it's sad we have to live in a world where we've got to walk around and frown and mean so people can say, oh, I ain't going to mess with her. She looks mean. But if you are ferocious in spirit, it won't matter about a woman frowning. Because if you want to take the whole body, you will. Don't give the demon an opportunity to steal you. And some of you will say, well, we're entitled to go where we want, when we want. Go out at night. Who's going to just stay in all damn day? I get that. But you have to know that usually nighttime is the time that the reaper goes to work. Because he thinks most people are asleep, unaware, disoriented. And he's usually right. So don't run at 4, 3, 2 in the morning. Don't go on walking trails. Don't go in unfamiliar neighborhoods. Don't go in places that are not well lit. Don't do jobs that are in dicey areas and or dark places that you can't see your way out. That's why I no longer do the part-time work that I was doing, because going somewhere in the dark is dangerous. It's not to say I couldn't get gone during daylight savings time, but the dark is worse because if you're not familiar with the area, it's too easy to get disoriented. And going in different places, doing deliveries at night, it's asking for trouble. And I told myself that. GPS stops working, you are shit out of luck, Miss Lady. And nobody knows you're back up in here, in these woods and rural areas. And all it takes is you pull over to the wrong address and the people pretend, oh yeah, that's me, that's us. And then voila, you've met the reaper. Don't trust nothing with 2 feet, woman or man. Because we also have diabolical women, and they work in teams with men as well. I don't know what's going to come out of this case, because it's final now for Liza Fletcher. But the one thing I hope that many people will take out of this is that you have to be aware of where you are at all times. That you cannot assume you will not be a victim. And frankly, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. You just need to know that at any time, whether you are in your home, in your car, in a building, facility, walking, jogging, hiking, all bets are off when there is nobody else around but you and the perpetrator. And God forbid, there's more than one. If this case is in the realm for the death penalty, how do you all feel about Cleotha receiving the death penalty if indeed a weapon was used? Law officials believe that this crime was premeditated and planned, and that there is no indication that this was personal between the two. So how long did Cleotha plan this abduction? How long had he been wanting to abduct a woman? While in prison or when he got out? That day, 5 days ago, 2 days beforehand? When did he decide he wanted to risk it all again and abduct a woman? Does he have any remorse for kidnapping and murdering Eliza Fletcher? Will he speak to authorities and tell the truth about what exactly happened last Friday? Will he talk to Gwendolyn, apologize to her for deceiving her and using her vehicle in a heinous crime? When will she get her automobile back? Should she keep her automobile? Why want it back? You can always get another car, as people would say. Who the hell wants a car that a woman was abducted and possibly killed in and was sexually assaulted in? I wouldn't. Push it in the river for all I care, take it. She got insurance, I'll tell them I don't want it back. Did other people live in that apartment with Gwendolyn? God forbid there were children. And that means you subjected your children to a sadist. Now, possibly she didn't know what he was about, because many sadists hide that other side. So were there other children, participants living in the home with Gwendolyn and Cleotha? How many addresses has he put on file since being released from prison? And has he attempted to abduct, sexually assault, and murder any other women since being released from prison? Will there be other stories told about Cleotha Abston? He is where he needs to be. And it's a sad thing to say about a child who committed a heinous crime many years ago, got 20 years in prison, released, and never thought enough of himself to try to change, to seek help for whatever demons were plaguing his mind. Instead, he let the devil win. And he went to work for him for free. Because what is the price now for working for the devil? To die in prison. That was the exchange. And leave family members grieving for a 34-year-old woman. unnecessarily. I don't think these people who the news spoke to actually care about what he's done. The uncle sounds oblivious to the actions of Cleotha. He's probably another damn buffoon, which made black people look terrible on a news broadcast, and Gwendolyn made it worse as well. The next time a reporter comes to you two, decline. We're already plagued enough, profiled enough. And Memphis has a bad rap right now pertaining to black people. And you sit it up when you got in front of that damn camera talking foolish talk. Both of you look stupid up there. And everyone does not live and act like that in Memphis, Tennessee. Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, and any other metropolitan city. Everybody's not the same. And I want to make sure I say that before I leave this live. Every black person is not a thief, not a rogue, not a sadist, not a kidnapper, not a child molester, not a gangbanger, not a dope dealer, not a murderer. And to assume that means you're ignorant. Because all walks of life commit crimes. And the last time I checked, the documentaries that air on TV, from Netflix to Hulu to 48 Hours, A&E, Oxygen, Dateline, those are not all black people on that screen. And the stories are abundant of all races. Prayers for Memphis, Tennessee. Prayers for the Fletcher family, extended family. Prayers for her children. Prayers for her students, the faculty and staff at the school she works at, where she used to work. Prayers for the University of Memphis and the children that are attending college, praying that they can safely get an education without having to end up a news story, a statistic. And prayers as Gwendolyn gets her life together and finds better company to keep, because this will also be a test to her decision-making as well, that you cannot slumber and lay up and fraternize with anybody. She denies being the girlfriend, but why would she want to tell the world that she's been sleeping with that monster? So I think she lied. And the fact that others have seen Cleotha in the car regularly, 9 times out of 10, something had been going on between he and Gwendolyn. She's a hot mess. And she should be at this point, because she has to sleep knowing she was fraternizing with that thing. And he was using her car regularly. And he killed a woman, possibly in her car. Left evidence in her car. And had no respect for her whatsoever. So Cleotha showed the world he doesn't care about anybody. Not just Liza Fletcher, but he didn't care for Gwendolyn Brown to take her car and abuse the power of her, allowing him to use it. He didn't care about his brother when he went there washing his clothes in the sink. Everywhere he went was an eye in the sky. And he did not care. Because as I said earlier, perhaps Cleotha has been wanting to go back to prison. And many people will say, why would he want that? He's been gone 20 years. The day he decided to go on that campus of University of Memphis, he made the decision to go back to prison, whether he realized it or not. He's been wanting to go back because possibly prison is all he knows. Prison is home. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to this channel, $Big Angie, 129 Cash App. God bless all of you. Have a safe week. This is Everyday Shenanigans.